Learn how to become emotionally untouchable. They didn't break me when they lied. They broke me when I realized I trusted them more than I trusted myself. And that was the moment everything changed. If you're watching this, it's not because you're weak. It's because you are tired of bleeding silently. Stay until the end, because emotional untouchability is not about becoming heartless, it's about becoming unreachable by manipulation. Before the awakening. I grew up believing that being kind meant being safe, that loyalty would be returned, that honesty protected you. I was wrong. I was the girl who listened too much, the girl who forgave too fast, the girl who explained herself, hoping to be understood. And betrayal didn't come from enemies. It came from people who knew my fears, my dreams, my softness. That's when psychology woke me up. Not the motivational kind, the dark, uncomfortable truth kind. Jung warned me about the shadow. Nietzsche warned me about weakness disguised as morality. The Stoics warned me about attachment. And Machiavelli, he warned me about people. This video is not about revenge, it's about immunity. Before we go further, understand this. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction, for self-mastery, not domination, for clarity, not cruelty. If your intention is to harm, stop here. If your intention is never to be emotionally controlled again, continue. The betrayal was quiet. No shouting, no dramatic exit, just distance, coldness, a subtle shift. That's how it always happens. And that moment forced me to ask a dangerous question. Why did this hurt so much? The answer was not love, it was attachment to an illusion. And that illusion had rules. Here are the 7 rules of emotional untouchability. Rule number 1. Detach from the need to be understood. The greatest burden is the need for validation. In a real-life scenario, you explain your feelings, they dismiss them. You explain again, but slower this time. Stop. Machiavelli understood this. Power leaks through explanation. Jung would say, the part of you that needs to be understood is your wounded child. Emotionally untouchable people do not argue for their reality. They observe who respects it without explanation. Silence is not weakness, it's filtration. Rule number 2, never react, always respond. Emotion is information, reaction is loss of control. In a real-life scenario, someone provokes you, insults you, tests your boundaries. Your body wants to respond instantly. That's the trap. Stoicism teaches this clearly. Between stimulus and response is your power. Emotionally untouchable people pause, not because they're confused, but because they're calculating. A delayed response terrifies manipulators. Rule number 3, accept that most people are transactional. Love without awareness becomes self-betrayal. This one hurts. Most people are not evil, they are self-interested. Machiavelli said it plainly, people will betray you when it benefits them, unless it costs them more not to. When you accept this, betrayal stops shocking you, and shock is where emotional damage happens. Expectation creates vulnerability. Awareness creates armor. Rule number 4, integrate your shadow or it will control you. What you deny in yourself will own you. Jung. In a real-life scenario, you're too nice, you avoid confrontation, you suppress anger. That doesn't make you good, it makes you predictable. Your shadow is your capacity to say no, to walk away, to withhold access. Emotionally untouchable people don't kill their darkness, they discipline it. Rule number 5, remove emotional access, not people. Distance is a language. You don't need dramatic cutoffs, you don't need announcements. You reduce emotional investment, shorter replies, less disclosure, more observation. Nietzsche believed strength is subtle, not loud. When someone no longer has access to your inner world, they lose power over you. Rule number 6, seek fairness, seek clarity. Life is not fair, it is precise. In a real-life scenario, you say, "That's not fair." Life says, "Learn." Emotionally untouchable people don't moralize reality, they study it. Who shows consistency? Who disappears when you stop giving? Clarity replaces bitterness, and bitterness is emotional poison. Rule number 7, build a self that does not need rescue. The strongest people do not need saving. This is the final transformation. You become your own anchor, your own witness, your own approval. When you stop needing others to regulate your emotions, no one can destabilize you. This is not loneliness, this is sovereignty. Something strange happens when you apply these rules. People feel it. Some will respect you more, some will disappear, some will try harder to provoke you. That's how you know it's working. Because emotionally untouchable people don't beg to be valued, they become expensive to access. If this resonates, comment these in the comment section. I control my emotions, nothing controls me. Silence is my strength. I choose clarity over attachment. Your words reinforce your identity. This path is not for everyone. You will outgrow rooms. You will lose connections built on emotional dependence. You will become less reactive and more alone. But you will be free. I am no longer the girl who begged to be chosen. I am the woman who chooses herself. Not cold, not cruel, just unreachable by manipulation. And if you master this, no betrayal will destroy you. No silence will scare you. No rejection will define you. Because emotionally untouchable people don't fear loss. They are the standard. You don't become emotionally untouchable overnight. You become it the moment you stop needing emotional permission. Previously, we talked about betrayal, awakening, and the 7 rules that seal your inner world. But this is where most people fail. Because knowing the rules is easy, living them costs you comfort. This is the price of psychological independence. No one tells you this part. When you stop reacting, people call you cold. When you stop explaining, they call you arrogant. When you stop chasing, they feel threatened. Nietzsche warned about this. The higher you climb, the lonelier it becomes. Emotionally untouchable people are not misunderstood by accident. They are misunderstood because clarity threatens chaos. Once you change, people test you in 3 ways. Provocation. They say something disrespectful, then wait. They want the old you, the emotional one, the reactive one. You don't respond immediately. Silence becomes the answer. Guilt. They remind you of who you used to be. How did you become like this? You've changed. They are correct. You have. Withdrawal. They pull back. They disappear. This is the most important moment because emotionally untouchable people do not chase emotional scarcity. They let absence speak. Stoicism is not emotional suppression. It's emotional governance. Real life scenario. Someone ignores your message. The old you panics, creates stories, feels rejected. The new you asks one question: what is actually in my control? The answer is never them. It's your interpretation. Control the meaning, and the emotion dissolves. Machiavelli never said, "Be evil." He said, "See people as they are, not as you wish them to be." Emotionally untouchable people understand leverage. Who needs attention? Who needs approval? Who fears being ignored? And then they remove themselves from the game. The strongest move is non-participation. There is one shadow most people avoid: the ability to walk away without anger, without closure, without explanation. Jung would say, if you cannot leave peacefully, you are still enslaved emotionally. Emotionally untouchable people do not burn bridges, they simply stop crossing them.
Comment these if you're still here. I do not react, I observe. My calm is my power. I am emotionally sovereign.
These are not words, they are commands to the mind. One day, something shifts. You notice it when chaos no longer pulls you, when disrespect no longer triggers you, when silence no longer scares you. You didn't harden, you clarified, and clarity is lethal to manipulation. This power is not for control over others, it is for freedom from emotional slavery. Use it to protect your peace, not to dominate, because domination still chains you to reaction. I am not untouchable because I feel nothing. I am untouchable because I feel everything without losing myself. I walk away without hatred. I listen without attachment. I observe without surrender. And long after emotions fade, self-mastery remains. This is not a mindset. This is a legacy. The final test of emotional untouchability is not betrayal, it's love. Because love is where most people give their power away willingly. You were taught that love means over-explaining, over-giving, over-tolerating, that sacrifice equals depth. It doesn't. Nietzsche saw through this illusion. Love can be a disguised form of possession. Emotionally untouchable people do not confuse love with self-erasure. They do not beg to be chosen. They observe who chooses them consistently. Detachment does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. Here's a real-life scenario. Someone pulls away emotionally. The old you chases. The new you notices and pauses. Pause. 3 seconds. You don't punish. You don't plead. You rebalance investment. Stoicism teaches this perfectly. Do not attach your peace to what can leave. Detachment is not cruelty. It is emotional hygiene. Here's the truth most people avoid. The person who needs less has more power. Not dominance, not manipulation, but leverage. Machiavelli understood this. So did life. Emotionally untouchable people never say this out loud. They simply live it. They can love deeply and still walk away cleanly. There will come a moment when someone tries to hurt you and it doesn't land. No anger, no need to defend, no emotional spike. That's when you know your identity is no longer outsourced. Jung would say you have integrated the shadow fully. Nothing left to prove, nothing left to protect. This path separates you from drama, emotional chaos, validation addiction. Some people won't follow you here. They can't. Emotionally untouchable people do not drag others into clarity. They walk alone until aligned people appear. If you're lucky to reach here, comment this: I love without attachment. I am calm under pressure. Nothing external controls me. These affirmations are not motivation, they are identity locks. This knowledge is not for ego, not for manipulation, not for emotional games. It is for self-mastery, because anyone who seeks control over others has already lost control of themselves. I am not emotionally untouchable because I feel less. I am emotionally untouchable because I know who I am without permission. I don't chase, I don't react, I don't collapse under loss. I remain. And long after emotions pass, after people leave, after silence arrives, I am still standing, calm, clear, unmoved. This is not armor. This is self-sovereignty. The most dangerous place to lose emotional control is not betrayal, it's romantic attachment. Because love is where logic sleeps and patterns take over. Dating doesn't reveal who you love, it reveals where you abandon yourself. Real life scenario. You wait for a reply. Minutes stretch. Your mood shifts. Nothing happened, but your nervous system reacted. Stoicism explains this simply. You suffer more in imagination than in reality. Emotionally untouchable people do not build stories in silence. They wait for behavior, not hope. Attachment sounds like love, but it feels like anxiety. Monitoring, overthinking. Jung would call this projection. You are not seeing the person, you are seeing what they represent. Safety, validation, escape. Emotionally untouchable people love slowly because speed hides imbalance. Here is the truth nobody wants to say. The person who rushes is usually the one seeking relief. The person who is calm already has a full life. Machiavelli would observe quietly. Need creates leverage, and leverage invites manipulation. Emotionally untouchable people never rush intimacy. They let consistency reveal intention. Not all manipulation is aggressive. Some of it sounds like, "I've never felt this way before. You're different from everyone else. I need you." Pause. 2 seconds. Emotionally untouchable people don't reject affection. They measure alignment over time. Because intensity without stability is not love, it's appetite. The moment you stop chasing, conversations change, effort reveals itself, masks slip. Some people disappear. Good. They were never aligned. They were comfortable. Nietzsche warned us, "He who despises himself still respects himself as one who despises." Self-respect repels misuse. Imagine this version of you. You enjoy connection, but you don't cling. You appreciate affection, but you don't depend on it. You can leave without collapsing. This is love without fear. This is where emotionally untouchable people exist. If this reflects your journey, comment, "I love without attachment. I am calm under pressure. Nothing external controls me." These affirmations are not motivation, they are identity locks. This knowledge is not for ego, not for manipulation, not for emotional games. It is for self-mastery. Because anyone who seeks control over others has already lost control of themselves. I am not emotionally untouchable because I feel less. I am emotionally untouchable because I know who I am without permission. I don't chase, I don't react, I don't collapse under loss. I remain. And long after emotions pass, after people leave, after silence arrives, I am still standing, calm, clear, unmoved. This is not armor. This is self-sovereignty.